Robert Buckley, the star of One Tree Hill, some Christmas movies on Hallmark that I'm a fan of that we're going to chat about, but he's also the newest cast member of Chesapeake Shores. Robert, tell us a little bit about your character and what it feels like to be joining the show.
My character is Evan Kincaid, and he is a very successful entrepreneur, businessman, lover of life who comes to Chesapeake Shores looking to build a boutique hotel. As for me personally, I am having a blast joining this show. I mean, this cast was great, and I think this season is a lot of fun.
I mean, especially, with Abby's character, she came there looking for change. 2020 was a big change for people. So it's like what we're seeing in real life is also being reflected in the shows that we love.
Good catch. Yeah, you're right. There is a lot of change happening, which, yeah, that fits.
Now, let's talk a little bit about, the millionaire billionaire status of the new character who's coming in. Obviously, that's something that we all dream about. If you were to come into a lot of money and move somewhere or, do one of your passion projects, what would that, be for you personally?
Oh, wow. What a good question. I mean, if I had a ton of money, I think I would need to, I don't know. Now I feel like I'm at the Cheesecake Factory. All of a sudden I have all these options and I don't know which one I want to do. Rudy, I have to meditate on that one. That was a great question.
Well, with Cheesecake Factory, I always start dessert first and then work my way back down,
Oh, outside the box. Okay. All right.
So you are part of the Hallmark family. Let's talk a little bit about, some of the holiday films that you've done and, being a part to be able to join this show here.
Sure. So yeah, I did Love in Store a couple of years back. Was my first time working with Hallmark. Had a really great experience with them. And then, I brought this idea to them about doing a Christmas movie based on my family's Christmas tradition of just decorating our house like a bunch of lunatics. And that ended up becoming The Christmas House, which we saw last year. And that was a really good time. I mean, not only because the creative process of watching it come together was great, but also to get to see a bit of my family's history on the screen was a lot of fun.
I had heard the story that your mom was a teacher. She would bring her class to your house, but then like the other neighboring schools and it wasn't just like a tradition that you did for yourself. It was the neighborhood that got to celebrate the holiday traditions that you guys did as a family.
Yeah, all of the local elementary schools in our area would take field trips to our house. So yeah, it did. It became a bit of a community thing.
Now, another reason that movie was important was that, it was one of the first times we saw an LGBT couple portrayed in a holiday film. And I think there was such anticipation for it. After the movie aired, what type of responses did you get from people? Because people were just sharing the love, especially, for Jonathan Bennett fans and, your fans and just, Hallmark fans, but it just seemed like the right time for this movie to come out and just to show, so much love, especially during the holidays.
Yeah, it was overwhelmingly positive, and it was something as soon as, when I went in to pitch the idea, it was something that was very important to me that I really wanted. And luckily Hallmark was completely on board. And it was really interesting that after it came out, judging by the response, I didn't realize just how impactful it would be to people just to see themselves, to have that representation there. I just sort of felt like this is something that should have happened a while ago. Let's be the ones to do it. This feels right. Let's invite everybody to the table. But the response, it was fantastic. It was a really beautiful thing to see.
When do you start holiday movies? When do you start your holiday traditions?
Wow. I mean, is there really a time that's too early? There is. I guess if you're still wearing like swimming trunks and going to the beach, it's probably too early. But I think as soon as you start hitting October, it is appropriate to start putting the music, a little Bing Crosby in the background, maybe get your gingerbread latte. But even if you want to dip into September, I wouldn't be mad at it because I always love, a good Christmas theme.
Oh, exactly. And one weird thing that I do is that when I'm training for a marathon, especially over the summer, I'll throw on holiday music because that always gets me pumped up, even though it's like 90 degrees in the middle of June. I was like, you got to do it. You got to be in the spirit, especially what we've been through the past 18 months. Like if you want to throw on, holiday jams or holiday movie, do it any time of year you want,
I love the idea of you getting ready for a run and you're scrolling through your playlist. And you're like, DMX or Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. Let's go with the Mariah Carey.
Let's go with the Mariah Carey. DMX can wait till after Mariah, but Mariah first. Let's talk a little bit about One Tree Hill. You guys reunited. There's fan conventions. Talk a little bit about the love from those fans and what it was like to be a part of that show.
Fan base is unlike any I've ever experienced. When I joined the show, I remember them saying, we've got a pretty serious fan base. And I just sort of assumed like, oh, okay, everyone has fan, but I had no idea how passionate and loyal they were. And then, we went off the air, we ended. And every year since then, the number of One Tree Hill conventions increased up until COVID. And I just think that says it all about, the passion and the enthusiasm these fans have. And I love it because selfishly for us, it's like not only do we get a chance to meet these fans, but we also get a chance to see each other again.
Oh, exactly. 100%. And then, final thing is, as far as someone who's coming new to Chesapeake Shores, who maybe has never seen the series before, maybe talk a little bit about why, you should make this a part of your Sunday nights.
Well, I think this season, especially, this show really kind of does it all. It has, it has romance, it has drama. There's a really nice streak of levity and sort of a lightness and humor to it. And so I think there's a lot of access points, whether you're a new watcher or you're a fan of the previous 4 seasons. I think there's something here for everybody.
And then any more holiday movies in the works?
Between you, me, and everybody you're going to share this with, we're talking about it. Maybe there might be a sequel to Christmas House coming.
Sequel to Christmas House, that would be amazing. You guys left it off with very, ambiguous that like we need a sequel. Robert, such a wonderful time chatting with you. Chesapeake Shores, Sunday nights, 7 p.m. into the Chicagoland area on the Hallmark Channel, and we just got that little tease for that new holiday movie that could be coming our way. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good talking to you.
You too. Bye-bye.